What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to this video of an American politician named Bernie Sanders, and he's having a conversation with the Norwegian ambassador to the United States. And they're talking about the benefits of living in Norway and the benefits that we don't have here in the United States. So today, I really want to take a look at this and learn about how Norway does things differently than America and some of the benefits that you guys have that we don't have. So let's take a look.
So I will never pay more than $350 a year for healthcare or medicines.
What? I mean, that is. That's unbelievable. Like, I don't know if Norwegians, if you guys know a lot about our American healthcare system, but like I pay about $350 a month just for healthcare insurance. Then if I have to go to the doctor or the hospital, I have to pay a lot more. That is unbelievable. A lot of Americans would be very jealous of just this. How little you guys have to pay for healthcare in Norway. That is amazing.
All right, let me stop you there.
Yeah.
I want to make this point. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you are saying if God forbid somebody ends up in a hospital, they have cancer, they're in the hospital for weeks, they undergo major surgery, they need all kinds of sophisticated drugs. The maximum that person will pay in a given year is $350. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying?
That's correct. That's correct.
What? That is how. I mean, I kind of understand. I think in other countries, a lot of other countries, you guys pay for healthcare with like taxes, right? You pay for taxes, and the taxpayer money funds the healthcare. So in a way, you are paying like through the taxes, but oh my God, that. And then once you do that, you never if you pay your taxes in Norway, you basically don't have to worry about paying for healthcare for the entire year. You might have to pay up to $300, $350, something. I mean, I think so many Americans would love this. I would love for my taxes to pay for my healthcare. Instead, healthcare is a totally different thing. In America, you need insurance. So that's a monthly payment, healthcare insurance, and then when you go to a hospital, your insurance only covers so much, Instead of getting a $10,000 bill for the emergency room, you get a $1,000 bill, which is still insane. Like having to pay $1,000. Most people can't do that. But if you have insurance, at least your life isn't ruined. Then it would be 10,000. But anyway, this whole system we have here is so crazy and confusing, and now I understand it doesn't have to be that way. That's why this is getting me worked up a little bit.
That means that just being a Norwegian citizen, I am entitled to healthcare. Is that what we're talking about?
Absolutely. Yes.
Wow. In America, there's no like guarantee of healthcare, which is so silly because one of the main purposes of having a government, you would think, is for stuff like healthcare to make sure all of your citizens are taken care of. But in America, if you're very poor, if you don't have the correct healthcare insurance, or your life can be ruined. If you have cancer or need surgery, or that could cost you depending on your insurance, that could cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. It could ruin your life, which is crazy. Um, I will say in America, if you have a lot of money, it's a great system for you because we have great doctors, we have great treatments, great medicine. When I go to the hospital, it's always fantastic. It's great. But then you get a bill in the mail. Then you get a bill in the mail, and you're very stressed. And a lot of people have to pay off healthcare debts for years, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
We're entitled to it.
And
And it sounds like it doesn't have to be that way. Like in Norway, for example, you guys are an example of how it does not have to be like that.
everybody is covered.
Everybody is covered.
How much does it cost me to go to college in Norway?
The college is free.
Oh my God. Okay. Now this is getting me. I'm worked up. This is getting me worked up. I had to take out so much loans and debt to go to college. To go to college, I went to a very, very cheap local university. I had to take out like $30,000 in debt as a 18-year-old. It's almost like a down payment on a house back then. Which really was a big struggle, trying to pay that back. And that's considered cheap. A lot of Americans at more expensive colleges have to pay $50,000, $100,000, and you basically have to take a loan from a bank. And to start your life out like that, to start your career, $50,000 in debt, it's so bad. And a lot of Americans don't understand that when we're so young. We just kind of do it and don't think about it or understand. And so when I hear in Norway that it's free, it's just like it kind of makes me mad at the United States. So how do you guys pay for college? Is that also through taxpayer funded? I guess it must be.
Yeah.
And graduate school is free as well?
Yeah. Everything is free.
I mean, think about in America, there's a huge barrier to entry trying to come up with the money to a hospital or education. In Norway, if you need medical care, you just go. And if you want to be educated, you just go. So I bet a lot higher percentage of Norwegians are educated and go to college because it's free. You can just go. Whereas in America, a lot of people really hesitate to go to the doctor, which is horrible. A lot of people don't go to school because they can't afford it. It's really horrible that there's such a barrier for these things in America. It's really harmful. Like, in Americans, I don't think we think about this enough.
Let's say I gotta go to get a job in McDonald's. You have McDonald's in Norway, right? Everybody has a McDonald's. And I'm flipping hamburgers. How much do I make?
$20 per hour.
Huh?
Please repeat that.
$20 per hour.
How? What? Is that your minimum wage? Huh? In America, there's places where if you work at McDonald's, you make like $9. Because America, I think what Bernie Sanders is getting at is in America, we have a very, very, very low minimum wage. You can't even survive on $9 an hour or something. It's crazy. 20 in America, 20 an hour. That's considered very good. That's good. You're happy. You would never earn that at McDonald's. Ever. No, they would never pay you that. I don't know how Norway does that. I don't know how you guys have such good wages too.
$20 per hour.
I think it has to do with your government or something like that, mandating like how much people get paid.
Yeah.
Okay. and I will have health care as a result of the healthcare system.
Yes, yes, that has nothing to do with work.
Huh, yeah. So in America, a big part of your job, or a big part of being employed and having a job, is you get healthcare insurance. Your employer will provide healthcare insurance, which is very, very important. Again, it's very important so that instead of $10,000 bill, it's 1,000, which is still crazy.
Yes, that has nothing to do with work.
So essentially, yeah, in Norway, just being a citizen, you're going to have healthcare coverage. You're going to have access to healthcare. Whereas in America, it's not a guarantee. It's not like you need to have a job or pay for private healthcare insurance. And wow, like I didn't even really realize how much Americans are missing out on until I kind of heard it so bluntly like this.
The healthcare is there anyway.
Wow.
See, what a radical idea not to have health care attached to your job, that it's there for everybody.
Right.
But that's another story. Okay. Did everybody hear what you just said? Okay. We live in a country where there's zero paid family and medical leave. So I hear you correctly. You're talking about 1 year of fully paid leave. Is that correct when you have a baby?
This I've heard about. I didn't know about this for a long time. Most Americans don't know. In other countries, you guys, when you have a baby, the mother can leave work for like a year. Is that right? Because here in America, 2 months, 3 months, that's considered really good. And you're not at a lot of jobs, you're not even really going to get paid. They think they're doing you a favor, giving you 3 months. Which, if you've had a baby, like a 3 month old requires full time attention. So, in America, this is considered normal. You know, most we don't even talk about this. But apparently, in other countries like Norway, you guys get to leave work for like a year. I can't even imagine.
That's correct. Sick leave rights. So we have a right to a sick leave.
Oh, sick leave to, yeah. In America, you have a limited number of sick leave, like a certain amount of days that you're allowed to be sick. It doesn't even make sense. Oh, and because in America, there's very little government oversight on our companies, which is good for capitalism and free market and stuff, but companies they are not required by law to have good benefits for employees in America. They don't have to give you sick leave. They don't have to give you maternity leave, vacation. So we don't even realize how bad it is.
If you're sick a day, you still get the full pay. Vacations, 28 days of vacation per year.
Stop.
28 days vacation, 4 weeks. In America, you're lucky to get 2 weeks a year and like 5 sick days and a couple vacation days. That's it.
Let me just jump in again. All right. Everybody hear what the ambassador said. Correct me if I'm wrong. You just said every Norwegian gets 28 days of paid vacation.
Paid.
Yes, I could be wrong. It could be 25. Some have 28, but it's at least 25.
Wow.
So the CEO is 11 times more the average. So that is the.
Let me interrupt you. I don't mean to be rude. I just want to interrupt you. What the ambassador just said is that in Norway, the ratio of CEOs of their major corporations compared to the average worker is 11 to 1. In this country, it is 350 to 1. Somewhat of a difference.
I'm not sure what that means. Are they saying the number of there's a lot more CEOs in Norway? Like 11 I'm not, for every 11 people, there's a CEO? Or are we talking about vacation days? I'm a little confused about that.
What the ambassador just said is that in Norway, the ratio of CEOs of their major corporations compared to the average worker is 11 to 1. In this country, it is 350 to 1.
The ratio of what is 350 to 1? The ratio of what? The amount of CEOs to normal people? Or the amount of sick days they get? I don't. I'm a little confused about that last part, or exactly what they're talking about. But overall, this video was very eye-opening. This is just, the benefits of living in Norway are incredible. Unbelievable. No wonder Norwegians, I think, are some of the happiest people on earth. You guys have figured it out, and your government has figured it out, and just the fact that here in America, we don't even talk about this stuff. We just accept how it is. And a lot of us don't even know that there are other ways of doing things, like how Norway does a lot of these benefits. This was, I don't know, I'm going to be thinking about this for a while. This was pretty incredible. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on the benefits of living in Norway compared to the United States. That'd be cool to hear about. Or if you're Norwegian and you know about this, that'd be cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and learning about Norwegian culture, and feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.